Why, hello and welcome everybody. It is Pohx again. So in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about my Uber Lab running character. Now, this is for Uber Labyrinth, not for actual Uber. I do want to state that my character is very stylish. You could pick up this character for $22 if you would like every MTX that he has. No, I'm just kidding. So I've done one Uber Labyrinth run, and it took me about 15 minutes to do it. It was really safe, and I kind of really have like super budget gear. So this is the character. It's a Blood Magic Pierce Flame Totem character. Here's a little bit of what the tree looks like. It's only actually level 77. So if I hit like level 85, Labyrinth, I would do quite a bit more damage and it would be so much easier to run. Now in the video that I'm going to show you guys, I don't actually have Ramako's Sunlight, which means I'm losing like 3% life regen per second, which is pretty huge. So let me go ahead and get you guys a little demonstration of why this character is good at Uber Lab. Now, this character's damage is a bit on the low side right now. It's got some damage to work on. So, part of the reason why he doesn't die is he has currently 800 life regen per second, and with a granite on, it's 33,000 armor. Now, I can actually get this numeric to about 1,300 to 1,500 if I were to use a Combs Way. And it's a super easy fix. Basically, I pull off Essence Worm, and I use Combs Way just to run through Labyrinth, and then I get to the boss, I put Essence Worm back on. The whole concept of this character is basically tank, sustain. That's what he's supposed to do, is not die and out-sustain everything. And he does a pretty good job. I'm currently using a Dune Kubiari, which you do not need to use for any reason. I kind of wanted to try it out. It's definitely not the best for my build at all. It gives me a pretty good chunk of damage, but you don't really need it. Definitely just getting a weapon with, you know, flat damage to spells, spell cast speed, and spell damage on a wand. Even prod speed would be much better than Dune Kubiari. Essence Worm, if you want the extra damage, you can use it. If you don't want to use it, it doesn't really matter. My gloves are simple, just life res. My boots, since we're playing a totem build, you do want penetration. Part of the reason why it can do Uber at a decent rate is because I have currently on my flame totem 54% fire penetration, and that is really good when you're fighting bosses with resistance. My belt's pretty nuts, but you don't need a belt like this. Again, basic ring. Amulets is very good. It's called Nagama Coral Amulet, which gives up to 70% increased fire damage with a life roll on it still. So this is a big damage increase for you. Helmet, just an armor helmet, and shield, you can use Line Eyes or Morse. It's worth 1 chaos. Now, the reason why we use Line Eyes Vision is because for Line Eyes Vision, it actually grants you Pierce. The Pierce doesn't do anything for Flame Totem, but it still gives it the 25% more damage multiplier. So, by putting Lion Eyes, by putting Flame Totem inside Lion Eyes Vision, you get 25% more damage. That's basically what you get. My links are Controlled Destruction, Fire Pen, Elemental Focus, Flame Totem, and Faster Casting. Of course, this could be a 6-link. This could be a level 21 Flame Totem or a level 20 Flame Totem. All of these could be qualityed up. You know, it makes pretty significant differences once you start getting damage. As well as I could come here, get like cast speed. I've got jewels I can get for damage since this jewel is brute force for intel. There's still a bit of damage to be picked up. I can grab Celestial Punishment for when I use my Searing Bond to amplify the damage. So there's quite a bit to get. But just to show you a quick example of how much damage the build does, because it's nothing too crazy, on tooltip it's 11.5k, but I'm just going to go ahead and show you at Vol, because I think that's something fair. Now in the video that I'm going to play after this, it's like a 15-minute video, and I'll just have some music in the back. I can't, unfortunately, actually play it with audio because, you know, hashtag YouTube copyright. If you just fart wrong, they'll flag you and take all your money. But it was relatively easy to level. Actually, it was insane to level. If you want like insane leveling, you should get a Sire of Shards. If I decide to make this character, like, if I go 100% all the way with him, and like beef him out to do a bunch of Uber Lab runs, I'll update the video and make like kind of like an end game variant to him, alongside with a leveling guide. I think leveling guides are very good. Now, I am going to do this Vol kill without any Vol skills, so no Vol haste, no Vol lightning trap, because when you're fighting shithead, you can't use those. Alright, so let's let him charge me. Alright, cool, JK. So this is the damage. Nothing too insane, but it's pure sustain. Like, nothing happens. Like, because when your totems are attacking, you actually get the leech from them. So if you look at Hinner, whatever the fuck this is called, Death's Fury, 1% of damage dealt by your totems is leeched to you as life. So not only do I have the like 700 to 800 life regen per second that's constantly on, I also have the totem leech as well. So 800 plus that, and then we've got life nodes to allocate on the tree as well. So it's a relatively safe character, and in terms of budget as to how expensive it is, it's really not too bad. So like things I would recommend is definitely getting an Essence Worm. Essence Worm's about 20 chaos, so 20 chaos there. A Lionized Vision for a 5-link, I would say you could make for about 25 chaos, so that's a total of 45 chaos, and that's it really. You don't need anything else. So 45 chaos budget to run them. You don't even need an Essence Worm if you don't want to. I would recommend it, but you don't really need it. And I would recommend doing Uber Lab probably around level 80, 85. I think that's probably the most optimal route. And then if you want to go try hard, which I would also recommend, definitely pick up like a level 20 Flame Totem, because leveling a spell drastically increases it. Now, my flasks are kind of all over the place. I don't really have anything set. I've just got a Quicksilver and a Silver Flask. I like Silver because it actually increases the damage your totems do. It snapshots it immediately, and you get the free cast speed for it because it gives you Onslaught, which is attack speed, movement speed, and cast speed. And then I've got a Granite just for armor's sake, so I'm at 33k plus the endurance charges. Alright, so that's pretty much going to be it for the guy. He doesn't really do too much. Just going on with why we picked Chieftain. Enemies near your totems deal 8% less damage, and enemies near your totems take 16% increased physical and fire. So that's a nice, just simple buff that we get. You also get the life regen here, the life regen here. This is pretty useless, except for the fact that the increased damage to burning enemies will proc off a simple Searing Bond. So as long as you lay down a Searing Bond, this should trigger and give you the damage increase. Death Fury is really good because you get the 10% Fire Pen, and your totems get the leech, which goes to you. And then Ramako's Sunlight is good because you get the life regen per second per endurance charge. And if you pair this with Comb's Way, again, you'll be easily over 1,000 life regen per second. Other alternatives, you could go like Tawaho's Forest Strength, which is not bad. The 40% armor is really nice. 10 to all res is really nice because I do hit pretty hard with the resist in this build. And 10% increased strength is not bad. I can easily get to 600 strength, so that'd be a flat. This is a 20 strength. So this would be, I'd be at like 700 strength, which makes Iron Will pretty good, which means you might want to use Repentance Gloves, but then how the fuck are you going to get 300 in? So I don't really know. I'm honestly not even using Iron Will right now, because I think less duration will be better than Iron Will for totems. So that's pretty much it. Like I said, pretty budget character, pretty easy, pretty simple. For people who are going to play this character and they want to know just simple leveling, again, you want to use 2 Aberrath wands. They're just simple, you know, fire damage wands. And you want to use a Brute Force, which is a Cobalt, which basically transforms your strength into Int, which allows you to run all your support gems early on. You know, faster casting, elemental focus, etc., etc., etc. So, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play that video for you guys. I'll keep the music going. I'll actually pump the music up. And I hope you guys enjoy. And before porn, please no porn, please no porn. Oh, oh, oh. D2 soundtrack, Pohx, Twitch, Google. Bam! Got him. Please, guys, don't be mad at me for not editing. Okay, please just enjoy yourself. Kappa Kipo Kippa HD. All right, boys. Let me turn on the D2 music up. Can I bump the quality up? Is this on the highest quality? My face one, sad face. Guess that's what you get, boys. So the first, I guess I can narrate for you guys a little bit. So the first part was basically me just running through. Uber Labyrinth is level 75, and I was like 77 at the time. So the mobs they're not really too terrifying. Nothing was really too scary in terms of the monsters. It's still pretty good EXP for me. I got like 20% in the run because the monsters are literally my level. So the monsters, you really don't have to worry too much about. I'll actually skip through to see if I can get you to Israel fights. There's no reason for you guys to watch the whole thing. If you do want the whole thing, it's highlighted. I can link the highlight down below. You guys just tell me if you want it. Now, one thing if people are unaware is endurance charges. If you see them up at the top, nice fucking regen, kid. If you see them up at the top, these do mitigate. They actually do mitigate the damage of traps. So even though traps do physical, this doesn't actually give you armor. It just flat reduces the damage. Which is really cool because the more endurance charges you have, the easier Labyrinth is. That's why I was saying if you want to go like super face roll, you just remove the Essence Worm because you don't need to do damage until Izero, and you just use Calm's Way, which gives 0.4% increased life regen per endurance charge plus 1 additional. So you'd have 7, so 0.4 times 7, 7, 14, 21, 28, so that's one extra 2.8, I think. I'm really bad at math. Please don't hate me. You would get a nice amount of extra, I feel like it's like 3.5 or something, a nice amount of ES regen from, life regen, which puts you over a K. I actually kind of want to do the math now, because I'm pretty sure I did that math wrong. Hashtag please don't hate me, boys. Uber Lab is pretty naughty, though. Like, that I ate the whole entire thing there. Let me turn this down. Alright, let's bump this forward, because I'm being retarded. Alright, so here is first phase. Now, this was actually a pretty deadly one. I didn't actually do anything crazy with the keys. You know, I just did one key, Izero. But this one was basically the turbochargers. So here's the first actual Izero fight. You guys can see it's pretty even. Nothing was really too scary. You know, he just autoed me there for like 1k. That was, I don't think my granite was up. You could additionally use Enfeeble. As you can see, I don't do too much damage here, right? I don't do too much damage. But I could do quite a bit more if I spec'd into it. But it's not bad, you know, like this is with a 5 link with a level 19 gem. But I have damage on the tree to spec. I forgot I have Clear Mind. Clear Mind is 60% spell damage. I haven't picked that up yet either. So I don't want to say I could double my damage, but I want to say I could double my damage. Something I just realized now is I'm using a Rain of Splinters still. I could drop Rain of Splinters and put in Clear Mind, and that's basically 90% spell damage increase. Because Clear Mind gives me spell damage, and Rain of Splinters reduces spell damage. Or reduces damage in general. So that's one big change I could do. My Anger is level 18, I think. So getting a level 20 Anger or 21 Anger, putting it inside, that would give me another significant damage increase. Flame Totem's 19, it could go up. Yeah, and then the character's life is just going to scale up. If you wanted to do something fancy as well, you could probably go RF with it. I don't know why the frame rate's dropping here. Let's see if we can speed up to the next fight. Here we go. And this one was, I don't know what these were. These are the extra elemental ones. I actually fucked up and left one of them alive, and you'll see it in the next fight. He gets like super PJ Salt. It's pretty cool. I was pretty terrified to do this, I'm not going to lie, because you know, I've heard so much shit about it, but it really wasn't even that bad. Like, you can see my life regen. This is before I get Tuka Waka Haka Fucka, whatever he's called. And then getting a Culling Strike gem would be pretty nuts too. I'll rip Noob, your Enduring Cry just fell off. That's not good. Get it back up. Noob, get it back up. I'm actually not capped resistance. I'm like 68 lightning, so it's actually pretty deadly that I don't have it on. You are inexhaustible! Alright, let's skip through. You guys can see all the bullshit from the actual Uber Lab. Man, this shit's so messed up. Like, Uber Lab is so mean, like, all the different things. Second, I can just mega skip all the way back here. Alright, here you go. Here's the last fight then. Here is the last Highlander. Now in this one, he did have a bonus, so he had extra cold damage because I failed to do it. You can see there he actually froze me. He hit me so hard that he froze me. So we still do need to work on some armor. I have about another 5k armor or so to pick up from the tree in terms of actual percentage values. And then we still have about another 1k life to pick up, so we could hit about 7,000 life. which would make it pretty easy to not die to him at least. And you can see here, Culling Strike would do work. I'm actually thinking of getting a quality Flame Totem, just to maybe so it won't die as fast. Culling Strike would do work right here. Yeah, that's basically color range. I think that's color range, right? Yeah, just having a simple totem out again for culling would be super good. I have to remember to drop Rain of Splinters for here because I don't need it anymore. The main reason why I haven't been doing much on this character as well is I don't have many of the Uber fragments, and I also don't have any prophecies for it, and in general I'm just broke, so I need to like put a little bit of investment into it. And that was pretty much the run. It was pretty fun. I enjoyed myself. I didn't really get anything out of it, but that's okay, because once I feel a bit more confident, I'll start selling kills. And you can see here I get Tukawaka Hakihiku, and I get an extra like 300 life regen per second. So that's very fun. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, I will link the Twitch highlight along with the character build in the description down below, so you guys can check that out. Now, do remember, please, that you can always just go to twitch.tv/Pohx, which is actually my stream, for those guys who don't know, and you can type !profile, and when you do that with my characters, and you can see all of the stuff that my characters have on them. And you can see their skill tree, and you can see everything. The only thing is, if it's an older character, you're not going to be able to see it because like the gear is gone. But for the most part, you can literally see, like everything that a character has, if that makes sense. We Gucci boys. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful time. Hope you guys enjoyed yourself, and I will see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, everybody.